Hey, this is Russ, author of The Estate. We're going to be going on to chapter 15, but I'm going to give you a recap of chapter 14, the journal. The journal was something written by Jimmy Sumner about a girlfriend that he had, that he loved. They loved each other, and the mother wasn't so happy about the girl. The girl used to pick blueberries with a basket on the property. And somehow, according to Jimmy, the girl just left him. She just disappeared. You don't know if he left her or something nefarious happened to her. We'll find out soon. So get comfortable, grab your favorite beverage, and enjoy the ride. Chapter 15, The Panel. Summer was ending and Anna was wrapping up her exploration and archiving. She wasn't sure what she would do next, but she wasn't too worried. Roger was visiting for the weekend and had made a nice pancake breakfast on the patio. In the center of the table was a small bouquet of zinnias, her favorite, cut from the garden. She thought how romantic and caring he was. It was forecasted to be a sweltering day, but the patio was still cool with a light breeze. They both loved the serene yard, and the place was really starting to feel like home to Anna. She belonged there. After a few quiet moments, Anna looked up at Roger. Hey, let's take a break from the house today and go into town, okay? No exploring? He asked. Anna reached over and gently touched his arm. How about a little sightseeing? If we find something interesting, then we do. The day became hot, but didn't stop them from visiting the park and browsing the small shops on Sycamore Avenue. The town had an artsy, craftsy vibe they both loved. Many people were shopping, and Anna couldn't help feeling self-conscious about her wheelchair zigzagging around them. It was something she just had to get over. They decided to check out the local library, welcoming the air conditioning as a break from the heat. As archivists, they naturally gravitated to the library. Driving over, Anna noticed a couple of familiar faces walking together on the sidewalk. They didn't see her, but she clearly saw them. One man wore a wide-brimmed hat and walked with a cane. The man with the cane was Gerald Franklin, who had interviewed her before she bought the house. The other was Reggie Smith, the local historian. Do they know each other? Were they friends? Anna wondered. The pairing made her think back to the interview with a panel listening on the phone. Could Reggie have been on that panel? The library was a breath of fresh air, both literally and figuratively, and ADA compliance supported Anna's needs. They had no specific reason to be there except to take a tour, but Anna had her antenna up for some research. At first, Roger resisted Anna's insistence on working on their chill-out day, but he eventually went along. They did a little digging into the two men they saw on the street. Public records showed nothing unusual about Gerald Franklin. He was an attorney and longtime resident, but had no wife or children on record. Reginald Smith proved more interesting. His full name was Reginald Smith Franklin. He had a wife and adult children, and was Gerald's younger brother. I'm surprised I didn't make that connection earlier, Anna whispered to Roger. They look similar, and those old school names, Gerald and Reginald, fit together. I have a strong feeling Reggie was the panel guy, and I plan to confront him about it. He's such a nice guy and exceptionally helpful. I don't want to lose him as a contact. You won't, replied Roger. He really likes you and is fascinated with the research you're doing with the estate. A few days later, Anna called Reggie and told him about Jimmy's journal. As expected, he was interested. When asked if he knew anything about the girl with the disability in Jimmy's past, he said no, but it didn't sound convincing. Anna mentioned seeing him with Gerald Franklin in town, and surprisingly, he didn't deny it. He's my big brother, he added. We're close. I'm surprised you never mentioned it before, Anna said. Sorry about that, he remarked. Gerald is a private guy. Anna decided to pursue the panel mystery. I know you were the man listening during my interview. I know. You know, I investigate things for a living. There was a short silence before Reggie spoke. Okay. I was listening in. I needed to do that, and I can explain why. We should have expected you to connect the dots at some point. Anna was irritated, but chose to be diplomatic. Spill the beans, Reggie. I really don't like surprises. Reggie took a deep breath. It's a long story, Anna. The Franklins and the Sumners have been friends for decades, with business dealings and professional relationships. Gerald was a Sumner family lawyer. What you don't know is that Grant Sumner and my brother were in a long-term relationship. Please keep that to yourself. Gerald likes to keep his personal life private. The story is an interesting one. As you've probably realized, Jimmy and Grant never wanted anything. They had it all, but valued their family legacy and home the most. After Jimmy died, Grant, my brother, and I made provisions for the home. We wanted its history preserved and honored. Finding the right person to live there became our mission. When Grant passed, a miracle happened. You, Hannah interjected. So you were looking for someone like me? A single girl in a wheelchair? Of course not. We're looking for someone with your background and character. Those other things didn't matter. And yes, we did a full background check on you, including a personal review and social media. Anna held back her irritation. Okay, whatever, Reggie. All's well that ends well. Is there more? Wait, I already know the answer to that. Just continue the story. No more secrets. Well, Reggie replied, there isn't much more you don't know already. Grant set up a self-funding account to maintain 864 Clark Street indefinitely, keeping it in decent shape and modernizing its infrastructure without altering its historical look. Grant's only request was that the history of the place be investigated and documented. There were many things he didn't even know, and that's where you come in. Anna smiled to herself. I may have most of that done by the end of the summer, with Roger's help, and Ruby. Ruby? Who's Ruby? Reggie asked.